My name is Autumn Gillespie, and I am doing my capstone project over the equality of women in law enforcement. History of women in law enforcement. In 1897, the first woman conservation officer was sworn in. Her name was Hilda Neal. In 1967, the start of women in local police departments began in Indianapolis, and in 1988, women began to join SWAT. There was a small increase of women in law enforcement based on the research at hand. For conservation law enforcement, there is hardly any research in this field, so that is why I'm going off based of information in local traditional law enforcement. Since 1968 to 2019, there are less than 13% of sworn officers in America. This is of women officers. Women introduce different type of policing, which is why they are so beneficial to departments. This type of policing involves less physical force, defusing and de-escalating violent confrontations with citizens, and less likely to be involved with problems. Equality issues for women. The gender gap is still an ongoing issue. The struggle for equality in law enforcement for women is still at large, even when women have proven themselves in the role of law enforcement. There's minimal studies of women in the law enforcement profession, and there is less representation of women that are within these departments. As you can see in graph 1 to the right, this graph represents women versus men in large versus small rural agencies. Large agencies only representing 12.7%, and small agencies representing 6.1% of women. As of 1972, only 2% of sworn women officers were represented. Between 1990 and 1997, there was a steady 14% increase of women in law enforcement. In 2001, there was a 2% decline of sworn women officers that led to a 12.7% of representation of women in law enforcement. There has not been an increase or decrease of representation since then. This could be seen as women started to become a threat to men in this profession, and the equality issues that make it hard for women to stay or join this profession. To continue, there's a lack of policies, appropriate policies for women, such as a pregnancy policy, better policies regarding discrimination and sexual harassment. In 2018, the Texas Parks and Wildlife Law Enforcement Department established a pregnancy leave for their officers, both male and female. Promotional outcomes are low for women as well. As we can see in graph 2, there's a 3.4% of supervisory positions that include women. This is of 2001 from the National Center for Women in Policing. Sexual harassment among coworkers in higher authority positions are a continuous problem. More importantly, it is used as a tactic to enable women to commit in order to move up in the career ladder. In 1996, a woman police sergeant was awarded $1.2 million in a sexual harassment case against her male coworker, but later was terminated. Recruiting and retention practices pose a threat for women in law enforcement as well. Even though women succeed in the physical fitness or in other hiring processes, some still are not chosen. However, it is still unclear within the amount of research we have yet to collect. Some solutions that I propose. We need some more studies involving women in traditional and conservation law enforcement. With our unclear understanding, it is important to take an account of these issues I have mentioned in terms of why women leave or refuse to join. There is a need to improve and implement new strategies. Some which include the culture in law enforcement, such as how women are viewed by their male coworkers in this profession. This needs to be diminished, and the toxic environment needs to be controlled. Better policies need to be enforced, such as a pregnancy leave for women, so they leave and return to their job without having to commit to overtime or use their sick or vacation time. How sexual harassment and discrimination are dealt with need to be enforced better, so women can feel safe and able to report these actions. We need better recruiting and retention practices to bring in and keep women on the force. As of 2019, for the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, 72 out of the 703 sworn officers are women. There is a 5.1 dropout rate in their academy. I was not able to determine the precise gender of these dropout rates. Promotional efforts need to be more structured. We need to understand how a department is structured toward their practice and policies that guide their decision-making and promotional and leadership outlooks for women. So recommendations I think we should consider. I recommend that upper level management Those of higher ranks, such as captains, sergeants, lieutenants, and majors, need to be held more accountable for the actions of their departments and their male officers in order to instill the proposed solutions in those that have proposed similar solutions to this matter. There have been studies in reframing this profession, getting rid of the shift towards the stereotypical masculine and violent job title. We need to increase a more appealing perspective towards a department's mission. For example, instead of using conservation law enforcement, we use conservation wildlife service. However, we cannot diminish our purpose in the idea that we are law enforcement. There also needs to be an advocate for change. It is important that we do advocate for this change for our past women officers, our present, and our future women officers. If we continue to instill a toxic and hostile environment, the percentage of sworn female officers will continue to decrease, and we will find ourselves without the diversity that departments seek. We must resolve the lack of leadership. We can look into understanding how other professional fields have managed to get rid of the gender gap. This is one recommendation I highly think we should look at. Some professional fields I believe that we can look at are those of the medical field. We can understand how they were able to close the gender gap and equality issues towards the perspective of women. Last, we must prioritize this issue. Departments must be able to dedicate themselves to understanding the issue and understanding the importance of this issue. If this issue is just talked about, the issue will not be resolved. Departments must look at the disproportional impacts that affect our sworn female officers. Conservation and traditional law enforcement agencies must dedicate to understanding how and what they can do to make a shift into gaining more women into this field.